the notion that when you heal, something utterly disappears is one component of healing. But the other part is that you need a bigger trigger to reactivate an old wound, but there is a whole new range where the wound can live without being activated. So, you come back from Iraq, from Afghanistan, from all the wars that people have fought here, and you or you are a refugee from Syria or from Afghanistan. I mean, all sides. You may not at every siren jump anymore, but if suddenly
there's a bomb,
yes, you will jump.
Gotcha.
So the range and the response, to the danger shifts.
I think painful experiences, they always come with a lot of different emotions, right? Like me talking about going out, and it was hard for me with my arm when people would look at me, right? That was a bit embarrassing at first, right? And so sometimes we hold on to these different emotions that attach to the experiences that we have. So I think you got the experience, and then you got the collateral damage of the experience. How it affects our mindset, how it affects the way we see people, how it affects our emotions. And I think sometimes it's challenging to separate the two and deconstruct the two. And so therefore we hold on to the feelings that the trauma may have given us, right? The feelings that the adversity and the opposition may have given us. And so I think the moment that we can grow through it and figure out a way to use it, I think the quicker we get through it.
We as men or people are as good as we are. We just take me as I am. We make songs about it. You can take me just as I am. No. But the problem is, this thing is, it's not anybody else's job to assemble you. You are like Legos, okay? Legos come in a box. You shake the box, it's just pieces. And in a very competitive world, people tell you you're broke. Hey man, look at your box. You broke it. But what I learned is that you're not broken. You're just not finished. It's up to you to assemble yourself. You have to work on you. You have to take off parts that are bad or that don't fit. Because nothing's broken, just things don't fit. And you pull it off and you put it back together the right way.
Whatever you look for, you will find. Whatever you are moving towards, you'll get more of. If you look for why your head is killing you, or say, I'm a bit dehydrated, I'm going to drink some water, rub some lavender on my head, I'll be fine in 20 minutes. You've got to decide where you're going. And if you look for what makes you different, you will find it over and over again. But if you say, well, why don't I look for what makes me the same? We're all the same somewhere. Then you'll find that too.
When we use what happens to us and it creates a light bulb moment for another person, that's a great feeling. It's like when you get something for yourself, it feels great. But when you do something for another person that you know is in need, like that feels 10 times better for some reason. And so I take adversity and opposition and I interconnect it the same way. When we go through things, it hurts or we figure out a way to get through it. But when we share something and we identify with another person, to let them know that, because oftentimes when people go through stuff, you feel alone, you feel isolated, and you feel like, man, like, is something wrong with me? And I think what happens when we go through and we create a level of empathy, we show them that, nah, man, you're human. Like, we all go through things. Like, nobody is perfect.
People who don't have memory after certain injuries or operations, they never have PTSD because they don't remember it. So the emotional context and memories related to trauma, be it emotional, physical, or a combination, requires memory. memory is a certain electrical flow in the brain. It's malleable, it's moldable. Just because you have a certain memory today doesn't mean that that experience, good or bad, will remain good or bad. Our positive vibe right now can be made negative. Our negative vibe right now can be made positive as we look back at our day to day.
Really?
So when you see memory that way, then you say, okay, wait a second. I was attacked, or I was hurt, or something really traumatized me. And when I think of it, when I smell that smell, when I see that color, I'm re-traumatized again.
Don't go back to the old tribe that hurt you and expect them to get better. I think a lot of our problems is I expect my mum suddenly to become wonderful. She was always mean and hostile, but I expect her to be kind and lovely. She's got old now. Aren't old ladies sweet? You know, sometimes they're still cranky. A bitter, cranky person doesn't become sweet when they're 80. And often the belief is, I gotta go back to my family and make them love me, when there's a whole world out there to love you.
Right.
And if people hurt you, not always intending to, and you keep going back to them expecting that they can't always make it better.
Sometimes it's just the feelings that are attached and interconnected to the experiences that we have that creates the reason that we hold on to it for so long.
Yeah.
Right? And I think the quicker we can get through and use what we go through, the quicker we can go out and we can make the world a better place.
Absolutely.
The past only equals your future if you live there. If you're using a rearview mirror to guide yourself, you're gonna crash. So what you've been through is horrific. What you've been through is unjust. I'm on your side. But if you hang on to it, you have no future, and you have no one to blame but yourself.